Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Sunday. It is time for another What's Old video. And we have another hurricane headed very, very close to us again. Unfortunately, it's headed directly for my show co-host, Rod. So hopefully this thing will die out, or I don't know what I want it to do, but we do not want another storm already again. So to all of you in Florida, please stay safe. It looks like it's going to cut through the state on Wednesday. And yeah, be safe, get prepared, do it today, because after today, the stores are going to be crazy if they're not already. And I want all of you to be safe. So it is Sunday. We are going to do a sales recap of what sold over last week. I'm going to show you my back door. I will tell you our sales are up a little bit, which is good. Dalton would like to say hello. Look up there. Hi. He is in here with me recording today. He doesn't come out a lot. He stays in the house, so you don't see him as much, but I promise he is here. So we're going to go ahead. Let's jump to the back door of my eBay. I'm also going to show you a few Poshmark sales. Mercari has been dead for us lately. It happens, but I'm glad eBay is back up. I'll show you exactly how much it's up here in just a second. All right, my friends, so here is the sales chart. You can see we are down 9.6%, but if you watched last week's video, we were down 20%. So in reality, we are up 10% from where we were last week, which makes me happy. We're only at $50 today. I have already put up about 25 listings today. I'm probably going to try and put up a few more. I will tell you this week has been insane, mainly from one sale that was very, very big, $600 on a very small item. So you definitely want to stay tuned and see what that is. And yesterday we had a great day, $840. Friday was good as well at $516. A little slower Thursday. Last Wednesday was $657. So we have had a few higher than normal days, which is really nice to counteract those slow days. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a good sampling of what sold this week. It's going to be high and low dollar sales, so you know what's selling now and what to keep an eye out for. All right, up first is this Red Wing Lotus Pottery. We do actually still have one of these available. We have sold the one set, and it's kind of weird because the Red Wing has been listed for a little while, and it's just really started to sell here in the last couple of weeks. So maybe people use this for the holidays. I'm not sure. It was listed back in April. So this set sold for $25.99. It did sell for full asking price. It did take about 5 months to sell. My cost ends about $5. So it's going to be about a $17 profit. Watch for Red Wing. And when it comes to dishes, I like to do them in sets of 4 because I don't want to ship more than 4. And if I sold them individually, it wouldn't be enough money for me to want to list it. So therefore, we do them in the sets of 4 if we have that. I will list them in sets of 2 if I have like an extra 2 left over versus listing 6. I list a set of 4 and a set of 2. And this one, again, 5 months to sell, which for dishes is not too bad. Next up, if you do not know this name, make sure you know Bionic. These sell very well. I actually learned about these when I used to buy pallets. So these I found in thrift store, though. They were $10, but 50% off. So I paid $5. They sold for a best offer of $35. So they're about a $23, $24 profit. They were listed back in June. So about 3.5 months to sell. These were in excellent condition, as you see. Bionic is definitely a name that you want to know. We actually got a ton of these shoes on a pallet, and they really sold pretty fast. You can see here there's a little bit of wear to the bottom, not much. And a lot of you ask about the price on the bottom. So if you look here, we just marked through it with a black marker, and I've never had any complaints. These were size 9.5. So good sale, good profit, and not too long to sell. Next up is an absolutely amazing sale. So if you don't know about these, honestly, watch for any mohair. This is a vintage 60s and 70s Montgomery Ward Brent mohair cardigan. It was a size medium, so not the best size. It was listed back in May, so it took about 4.5 months to sell. Did sell for a best offer, but it still sold for $146.99. I am about $20 in, making this close to $100 profit on this sweater. So definitely remember this, and I'll show you these pictures. And this one, you can see, does have a small spot there on it. And I actually identified this with Google Lens, and this came in a high-end sweater lot that I bought from an online auction lot. So I knew it was high quality. And again, Google Lens told me it was a Montgomery Ward mohair. And then here, as far as the pictures, you can see that I used that sizing, the 21 inches, to get that men's medium. You can do a quick Google search if you don't have a size tag and just look up men's sizes, armpit to armpit, and it will give you some type of guideline to go by. Next up is a little Tiffany Co box set. So if you see these, definitely pay attention. Tiffany Co boxes do sell. A lot of designer boxes sell. If you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that we have made thousands and thousands off of empty boxes. So if you didn't know, now you do. This one sold for a best offer of $42. It was listed back in October. So 8 months to sell. So they're not always going to be the fastest selling, but this is a small one. So it wasn't taking up a ton of space, and I only paid a couple bucks for it. So it's about a $35 profit. And you can see here, it was the box. It also had the little card, the little dust bag. And I don't separate this stuff out because I want that higher dollar sale, versus if I sold just the box and just the dust bag, I'd be looking at like $15 to $20 a piece. I would rather sit it out, wait, and have that $40+ sale. Next up is another one that took a little bit longer to sell. This one was listed back in December. So coming up on, 10 months to sell. I love artwork though, and I only paid $1 for this in a lot. It sold for a best offer of $22.74, making it about an $18 profit, but again, took a long time to sell. So the thing you guys have to realize when you're watching this is I have a lot of storage space at my home. I have multiple sheds. I have a rental house I use. So if you're limited on storage space, stuff like this is something that I would pass up. But if you have space like I do and you like that vintage stuff, then get it. You really have to look at your own business model to figure out what you're doing. This one was titled Here, Pal, and it's just a really cute little vintage 4x6 picture. And it is a decent profit, but it took a long time to sell. Next up are some men's New Balance. These are size 15. We picked these up at the thrift store for $5. I believe these were another half off pickup, and they were listed back in June. So 3 months to sell. Again, I don't think so bad on shoes for 3 months. Sold for full price, so they're about a $30 profit. So some New Balance are worth picking up. I don't know a ton about shoes. I am trying to learn a little bit more, but I do pass up a lot. But when Shannon goes shopping with me, she grabs tons of shoes. So with these, you can use this number here to look it up, or that MT 410. You can see the 410 here in my title. And these were made in, I can't see the end of it, in February of 2000 and something with a 1. So they're actually close to 10 years old and still brought a $30 profit. Next up is another higher dollar sale. This one took over a year to sell. I sent out a half off offer. It sold for $104.65. My initial cost in was only $8, so it's about an $80 profit. I've talked about these Louis Mideke pieces before. I got about 80 of them from an online auction, and I priced high. I wanted to bring the market back up, but now that it's been over a year, I'm definitely more negotiable. I love the pattern on this one. Beautiful bowl. It's almost like little lotus petals there. And this one's a bigger one. This one's 9.5 inches. I've sold quite a few of them that are 5 to 6 inches for the same price. So Louis Meideke is a Northwest potter. He was out of Seattle. So for those of you on the West Coast, especially in the Northwest, keep an eye out for the signature Meideke. It is pretty easy to read on most of them. And this one was a great profit, but very, very long time to sell. Up next, this is a Lulu Rose. And I very, very rarely pick up Lulu Rose. However, when you have Lulu Rose and Disney, that kind of changes the whole story, right? So this one was only listed back in April. I accepted a best offer of 17. I picked it up for 5. So it really only is about a $9 profit, but it's so cute. Like I couldn't pass it up. And it's actually like perfect for Halloween with those colors. It was new with the tag. That's why I paid $5 for it at the thrift store. So $9 profit. And yeah, I'm happy with it because this is just too cute of a shirt for me to pass up. And 6 months isn't absolutely horrible. But again, a lot of this stuff that is taking, 6+ months to sell, if you don't have a lot of space, I would pass up. Next up is something I love selling, and this is a really great example because this is unbranded. But look at the colors, look at the peacock. It was $2 at the thrift store. How could I not pick this thing up? It was only listed in July, so less than 3 months to sell. Sold for a best offer of $27. So it's over a $20 profit on an unbranded pillow. So all you could see here was 100% polyester. It wasn't even a cotton pillow, and it sold fast. So when I see pillows that are bright and vibrant and have great patterns, I pick them up, and a $20 profit on a pillow that all you do is throw this thing in a poly bag is not very bad, in my opinion. Next up is a very, very fast sale, and we already sold 2 sets of these, and they were just listed last month. And you got to think, we are in October. People are starting to think about Christmas. So if you have Christmas stuff that's not listed, I definitely would get it up now and make that a priority on your listings. Halloween stuff, you're kind of getting a little too close now. So I would almost focus on Christmas and Thanksgiving and fall stuff if you have it. So this is a set of 4 Spode Christmas tree. If you do not know these, definitely keep an eye out. And again, I told you guys earlier that we do them in sets of 4. We had 8. We sold 2 sets of 4 for that $40 and over a $30 profit. These were not used. They had never been washed, the whole set that we got. You can see only one of these has that sticker on it, and they were originally $51, which is absolutely crazy a piece. So this was originally $200. So don't pay attention to those price tags in the thrift store. That's a really good point to make with this. And very, very fast sale. Again, get that Christmas stuff up and keep an eye out for Spode Christmas tree sets. Next up is a shirt that sold twice. This one was listed in July. It sold really fast. It was returned. They didn't like the way it fit. It was relisted, and it resold for a best offer of $28. Hopefully this time it sticks and they like the way it fits. And that $28, paid $5 for this at the thrift, so about an $18 profit. Luckily, whoever got it did not take that tag off, so I do appreciate that. So you guys know, if somebody does buy something new from you with the tag, you can deduct some from their refund. If it went out new with tags, comes back not with the tags, you can deduct up to 50% because it is in a different condition. So keep that in mind if you are getting returns. And Alfred Dunner, I think, is an okay brand, as long, for me, I want either a really good pattern or it to be new with tags like this one. Up next is a pretty simple necklace. I wanted to show this to you guys, though, because these are necklaces that I have found in the thrift stores. This is a Sagen. It is sterling silver, but the clasp and just a few of the little flower beads are what is sterling. The rest of it is just gemstone beads. This one sold for a best offer of $25 in under 2 months. I paid $5, so it's about an $17 to $18 profit. But a lot of thrift stores will still put these out cheap because they're gemstones. So you can see the sterling silver clasp there. And Sagen is a well-known name. There's that Sagen 925. Definitely something you want to keep an eye out for. And this one was, in my opinion, a good sale, and it took only 2 months. Next up is a sale for Marsha over at Red Cardinal Treasures. If you do not already follow my good friend and my main moderator, definitely give her a follow at Red Cardinal Treasures. So every time I see Red Cardinal stuff, I definitely look at it and I think of Marsha. So this one was listed back in April, so close to 6 months to sell. Found it at the thrift store, paid $5, sold for the full $38.99. So it was about a $27 profit. But these blankets, we just lay out on the floor. We remove the background. They ship out in a poly bag. So they're really, really easy. And I love picking up Tapestry blankets. Next up, a Tampa Bay Buccaneers jacket. It is football season. I say that over and over and over. Watch for football stuff. This one sold for full price of $27.99. It was listed back in February, so it did take 7 to 8 months to sell. That was before football season started, though, when it was listed. So now is when that stuff's going to start selling a little more. This one I picked up at the thrift store for $5, sold for $27.99. So about an $18 profit. And here you can see it is a Dunbrook brand. It was size large. So with the jackets, I really like to find XL and bigger. They tend to sell faster for me. But this one was too nice of a jacket to leave. And I am happy with the sale. Next up is another pillow I picked up because I loved it. It is so cute. The little Calico Cat. This one sold for a best offer of $20 in under a month. It sold very, very fast. I only paid $1. So it's about a $16 profit. And again, not branded, super cute little handmade pillow with lace. I love vintage pillows. I absolutely do. $1 buy cost, $15 profit. Again, super, super easy to ship. I do actually, I always forget to mention this. We get our poly mailers from GRO Pack, and they are the cheapest ones that I have found, and they are very high quality. So make sure if you need poly bags, check them out. I will put that link down in the comments for you guys. If you have not tried GRO Pack, definitely try it. You can get a discount using my code, The Nurse Flipper. It is only good for new buyers though, so keep that in mind. And if you need poly mailers, that's where you need to go. Dun, da, da, da. All right, here's the highest sale of the week. This is a LC4 Le Corbusier miniature lounge chair, 1980s mid-century modern museum vitro. I did pay over $300 for this. I accepted best offer of $600. So it's about a $200 to $250 profit. It was just listed in July, less than 3 months to sell. I'm happy with the $250 profit in 3 months. And look, it's tiny. It's a little 11-inch reproduction chair. It was a museum piece. I did get this in an online auction. The majority of my higher dollar pieces are found on online auctions, and I am able to research them. I check it out on WorthPoint and look at the sales history. So I'm not spending $300 on something that I don't think will sell. When I bought this, there were none listed and 2 had sold, which would be a 200% sell-through rate. So for me, I knew it was going to sell within that 90 days, or I had a pretty good feeling, which it did. And I was okay putting that money out for a higher dollar profit. Next up is another fast sale. This is a vintage Stetson, and this one I found at the thrift store for $5. I accepted a best offer of $25. 4. So it's about a $13 profit, but it sold in under a month. So very, very fast sale. I accepted that offer because it was a slow sales day. And they actually had other vintage Stetsons that were priced higher than this one that I decided to leave behind because they don't sell that high. So don't think that you see vintage, you see this big name brand, that it's automatically a higher dollar sale. Make sure you research stuff because you do not want to spend too much on your items because you make your money when you buy it, not when you make the sale. If you pay too much, you're never going to have a good profit. Last up for eBay before we jump over to Poshmark is a sale that I actually just made as I was recording this video, and I accepted a best offer of $100 on this one. I'm only $10 in, so it's about a $75 profit. I got it from an online estate auction in a sterling silver lot. It was listed back in July, so less than 3 months to sell. Amazing profit. And there is that Sorrento sterling. So again, when you have these names, definitely helps as far as your search. And with jewelry, I really try to have name brand stuff, name brand or stuff that I can very, very well describe. So I know it'll be found in search. With unbranded jewelry, it can take a lot longer to sell. All right, I'm going to pop in for just a second before I show you guys the Poshmark sales and just give you a reminder that we do use Listperfectly. I haven't been mentioning it in the videos, but it is an essential tool to our business. If you are serious about reselling, especially if you're full-time or you depend on the money from reselling, I would seriously consider cross-posting because it increases your income. So you have to kind of offset and weigh the cost of having a program to help it with the time that it saves, and it saves a lot of time. So if you would like to try Listperfectly, you can use my code, the Nurse Flipper. That will give you 30% off, all caps, no spaces. Try it for a month, and I think you will see immediate results. As long as you're putting the work in. With any aspect of reselling, if you're not putting the work in, you're not going to see results. And this is not a job or a career that you can be lazy in. If you're lazy in, you're not going to make money. So keep that in mind. Check out Listperfectly if you're interested in cross-posting. They also have the AI lister. It creates your listing from photos. Again, major time saver. And they have a Poshmark sharing tool. So they have lots of stuff that is offered in their plans. And the AI lister making listing from photos is now available in every single package, including the lowest priced one. So definitely go over there, check out Listperfectly, use my code, try it out, and see if it fits well with your business model. Now we're going to go look at 6 amazing Poshmark sales. All right, first up are these April Cornell Fiesta napkins. Check this out, $38 sale on napkins. 38 bucks. Payout was 28. I only paid $2 for these at the thrift store. $26 profit. Watch for napkins. Napkins, linens, all of that. Here you can see they were branded April Cornell. They were 100% cotton. These are perfect little fall napkins. So again, as I said earlier, get your fall stuff up, get your Christmas stuff up, and you will see the sales start coming. Is a pair of scrubs. So I've said over and over that I really want to be at that $25 point, and we are at it. So the payout on this is $20. I paid $2 for these. They were at my dollar thrift store clothing. So that makes them an $18 profit. I've stopped picking up single ones. I will pick up either lots of 2 scrub tops, 2 scrub bottoms, or a set like this one that matches. And then I can get that $25 price point because your scrubs typically are just a $15 sale most of the time. But if you have 2 of them, you can get to that $25, $30 mark. Now, if you're doing a business by yourself, you might be happy with that $15 price point. So you might still want to pick up single scrub tops if you find them cheap. For me, with having employees, it is just not worth it for me to list singles. But These, I want to point out also, were not overly good brand name. They were SB Scrubs, but that lime green, the butterflies, I thought they would sell, and they did. Stop is a very, very fast sale on this Longa Burger basket magazine rack. This was $34. Payout was $28 and I paid $5. So this is a $23 profit. This thing sold in under a week though. Very, very fast. Picked it up at the thrift store. It was $10, but I got it for half off. So I just paid that $5. So with Longa Burger, in my experience, it's either the bigger baskets like this one, or the baskets that are more rare. And I typically look for Longa Burger baskets that also have a liner and an insert. This one didn't, but it was a bigger basket, so I still picked it up. This one is a good one. This is a mid-century modern mink Soulle. And this one was only listed for a few months, sold for $165. Payout was $128. It's about a $100 profit for me. Sold over on Posh. I did show this in my high dollar what sold videos. If you haven't checked those out, if you just want to see higher dollar sales like this one, I do videos with only $50 and up. I'll throw up that playlist up top. If you're trying to increase your average sales price, those are excellent, excellent videos to watch. So keep an eye out for those, and keep an eye out for Mink, because mink can be very, very valuable. Next up is another of my cheap thrift store finds. Pick this up. Actually, you know what? This was not a thrift store find. I actually got this at a garage sale for $2. This is a vintage Wrangler jacket. I was hoping it would be worth more. It sold for $45. Payout was $38. So $35 profit. Watch for Wrangler jean jackets. I mean, if you can find this for under $5, it's an excellent, excellent profit. This one took about 4 to 5 months to sell, so a little bit longer, but I think an excellent, excellent profit. If you do not know to check for jammies in the jammy section, definitely do. These I didn't get in the jammy section though. I got these in a big bulk buy that I did. I only paid $1 for them. They sold for $26. Payout was $21. They are $20 profit. They sold in a few months. So with these, there are two things to take away from this. One is check pajamas, check the nightgowns. There's a lot of money there. The other is that first class stuff does very well. And typically, if you find somebody with some first class, they fly first class a lot, and you'll find a lot of it. So these are Temperley London. You can see they were designed for British Airways first, and amazing, amazing sale. I am happy with this. These were very easy to photograph, very easy to list, and really, really easy to ship. All right, that was everything, my friends. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got a good little glimpse into our sales for the week and some new things to keep an eye out for. Let me know, what was your favorite? What shocked you? Anything like that. And there's Sir Dalton. He's been laying here with his headphones on. I hope you guys have had an excellent, excellent weekend. Again, if you are in the path of Hurricane Milton, be safe, get prepared, go do it today. Do not wait, because the stores are going to get crazier and crazier. Go get gas. We appreciate you watching. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and we will see you on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our podcast. We will have Aaron Rebel Junk along with Jimmy Old School Flips, and it is going to be a great, great show. Tell them bye. Bye, guys.